I know we wanted to talk about Akademiks hopping on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I want to say 2 weeks ago, I feel like this shit didn't get a lot of news only because the obvious, like Kanye, is just taking over any part of media right now. But if you want to give light onto exactly what Akademiks was up to on that episode of Fresh and Fit.
Yeah. I don't really have the context on why Akademiks was on the episode, but he's kind of been intermingled with this red pill community, which is basically like a self-help guide for men, especially with dating. So he's on the Fresh and Fit podcast talking to a group of women. And he's going at it.
They always have women on, right? They always have like OnlyFans girls or just like models or whatever, right?
Yeah. And if they don't, it's like a special episode where they're only talking to like Andrew Tate or some other guest. But for the most part, it's this like round table of women, and Akademiks is going at it with this one woman, basically making fun of her deep voice, because they don't want to admit it, but like part of the allure of the show and entertainment is just bashing the women on there, and which in my opinion is kind of, it is degrading, because they purposely choose women that are easy to fucking make fun of. Like, why are you hiring these quote unquote dots who like have no value to add, and then these are representative of the women that, you know, people should look out for and shit, or like, you know, representative of the typical problems. But anyways, Akademiks is making fun of her deep voice, as is the other guy, Sneeko. And she's basically unbothered, and she's like, well, you're fat, and then, you know, like, do whatever you want. And he just flips out and starts,
loses his mind, bro.
Loses his mind. He's like, you wish you were with me. Essentially, I got more money than any dude you've ever been with, your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Then the girl next to him catches a stray, and he's like, my boy said your pussy's loose, and just flips out.
Wild.
And I'm like, bro, like, I get it, but at the same time, it just kind of proves that the people within this community, I don't know if Akademiks would claim he's part of it, but the people within this community have fragile egos and aren't as emotionless as they claim to be. A lot of times,
and all those like self-help things kind of go out the window when they are ever fucking like pushed.
Right. You know, it's like when someone's like, I don't care what you think or whatever, but then they keep responding to you and this and that. And it's like, well, clearly you do give a fuck. And what I commend her for was, I don't know her as a person, but she was just like, she like literally didn't care. And you could tell. And unfortunately, she got to the best of Akademiks. And I feel like his reaction is kind of how a lot of people within that community feel. I feel like there's some like hidden resentment, you know, that some women or existing women aren't giving them what they desire, and they may low-key desire these kind of women, especially like the toxic ones. So when they hear those words, it just sets off this fire, and they're like, I hate you, and I'm just gonna attack you personally. Like, every bit of logic is out the window.
Yeah, dude. And then this is like, I think almost a week after they caught him on video at a hotel talking and screaming at some girl, like aggressively. I'm not going to say hit her, but definitely like had his hands on her.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know, bro. Like, again, I don't think, he picked the perfect week to do some shit because no one's really talking about it. But bro, that was a bad look, bro. Because even, and God rested his soul, like, Kevin Samuels never really popped off on a female the way that act was doing it, bro. Because this shit was like vicious attacks about a person's appearance, but even about shit he didn't even know about. He was making a bunch of fucking like conclusions and assumptions. Like, bro, like, what is this based off? Like, because she has a deep voice. Like, okay, like that's you know her whole life now because she has a deep voice. Like, that makes no sense.
Well, Kevin has popped off, but he did it. It was like an aggressive way to, I guess, teach a lesson to the girl, like as far as why she can't get a man or why the dude can't get a man. He'd be like, "Oh, you're fat," or like, "You can't see your dick." Like, that's why.
Right. But I would say that would still be based off something in a conversation, though. This was simply like, oh wow, like why you got a deep voice like that? Like shit,
Yeah.
like you a dude, and it's like, oh what? Like what the fuck are you
Right.
talking about, bro? Like that was more so like what caught me off guard. And I think a great point that the video we saw is that I think that whoever the guy was to her right kind of started like defending her and was like, bro, like you're good, bro. Like to act like let's whatever, straight, like let's move on. And then like Akademiks purposely didn't say a goddamn thing to him. And it's like, bro, like if you're this tough, fucking tell him to go shut the fuck up as well then. Like, but you didn't do that. So that's where I'm like, bro, like you come across real fucking suspect. And it's like, if that's like more of us like seeing behind the curtains of who he is, I mean, bro, like I'm not gonna say people are gonna stop fucking with him and looking at his blogs for like number updates and shit like that, and I'm sure he's gonna keep making money, but I don't know, man, like he doesn't really offer me much anyway. You know what I mean? I'm never going to Akademiks for insight. I'm really going to him like, yo, what are the numbers first week? Like, bro, that's the end of it. So I feel like when you really don't offer that much value to overall society, it's kind of hard for me to think you're going to keep getting a pass. Like, I feel like he's getting a pass right now because maybe not enough people saw it. It was behind a Patreon wall, the original episode, and it happened a week where everyone in the world is talking about Kanye West. Yeah. But I feel like it was a slow week in hip hop, bro. They're coming for this dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough for me to see because, I mean, I definitely did follow Akademiks before he became like super mainstream. And like, it is nice to know, not know, but be aware of someone's come up and see them
massive
like
come up,
thrive even through all like the hate of these rappers, especially because I feel like in some ways I can identify more with Akademiks than some of the rappers because like he went to college and shit like that. And he's not like, you know, a super street dude or anything. But at the same time,
he's being very adamant about, I don't kill people. Like,
very adamant about it. But he does. I mean, he has built a lot of success on being that funny guy who's not afraid to say super hyperbolic, crazy shit. But at the same time, I think his success, like he's gotten so much hate, and at this level, especially. I think he does kind of has a chip on his shoulder, and you know, a lot of the girls that didn't give him attention before are giving him attention. I think it's almost like some sort of vindictive vengeance play of like, fuck you, bitch. Like, look who's got you know the upper hand now. I got the money. And what pains me though is still when I see these podcasts like Fresh and Fit, I'm like, and Akademiks. His quote unquote fight video, I'm like, why are you guys messing with these kinds of girls? Like they're the trashiest, most basic girls ever. And then you wonder why they fit the whole checklist of like, you know, the stereotypical bad things women do, like gold diggers, you know, will suck your dick just to get on a yacht and all this stuff. But low key, those are the ones they want. And that's why they love their wealth and shit. High key, yeah. Like they want those kinds of girls that have like no self-respect and will, you know, blow them for fucking a bottle at the club. But then they get mad as soon as some shit pops off.
If they ever have an opinion about something, they lose their mind.
Right.
So yeah, dude, I feel you. And yeah, dude, his come up has been wild, and you know, kudos for him for all the success. But you know, do this with the LL Cool J shit like a couple weeks ago back, and it's just like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm not saying his time is up, but I don't know how many more passes he's gonna get, bro. Because if these things start becoming more mainstream, and like, dude, like if Charlemagne the God does like a donkey of the day one week and it's him, bro, that's all you need for your shit to start going left. So I don't know, I feel like he needs to have someone in his corner be like, fam, like you got a Spotify deal, you doing crazy numbers on Twitch. Yeah, you're rich, bro, from fucking talking hip hop. Like, bro, like enjoy this shit. Like, you don't have to be whatever like Napoleon complex you think you may have. Like, it's not needed. Yeah,
no, I mean, I think people have and will always consider him like he's like the kid on the block that has everything that no one likes, but they'll hang out with him because he's got the new Xbox and shit.
Yeah,
like that kid, unfortunately. So I think he'll always be here unless he literally does hit a woman, or he takes Kanye's advice and goes that route on some like when he said stuff about Chrissy Teigen. Like he just has to piss off someone super powerful.
Yeah, bro. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Like that's the kind of shit. I think he has to piss off, you know, someone way up there, not Lil Baby, not Charlemagne, like someone way up there.
That's a great point. I forgot about that. That's what got him suspended off Complex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, but they didn't even fire him.
You could tell he was
that.
shook though. But you could tell shook. He was like, "Fuck, I can't say certain things."
Yeah, because I'm sure I know the show stopped. But I'm sure Complex money was good money at the time. But yeah, again, hopefully people do better. But that red pill thing was definitely a point I wanted to get to.